big incident that is most known to people that you talk a lot about is the scandal around the IRS and the charge that the IRS had specifically identified Tea Party groups to slow approval of their tax-exempt status. But so tell us and you make a big character in your book is a woman named Karen Kinney from the San Fernando Valley. But so what was it that happened to Karen Kinney, and how does it fit into this campaign of intimidation?
So I think the important thing here is one of the tactics that is now being used is to mobilize the federal bureaucracy against your opponents. Again, can't legally bar them from taking part, but you can scare them by sicking the federal government on them instead. This is what happened to Karen Kinney. She ran a very small little group, a Tea Party organization out there. By the way, they were hardly even political, and to the extent they were, very nonpartisan. They do consider themselves constitutional conservatives, but mostly they did things like show up at Memorial Day events and hold signs of fallen soldiers, arrange food banks in their neighborhood and everything. But they did get one idea. They wanted to get nonprofit status because they wanted to collect money and run a get out the vote campaign. Not on one side, they just wanted to run these billboards in their area that said, go vote. You know, you need to go vote. And so they go through the process, fill out the forms, and were just harassed for years and years with questionnaires. They couldn't get their status, and this continued until such a point that she actually withdrew her application. When she started getting forms from the IRS saying, tell us the names of all of your donors, tell us everything you talk about at your meetings, tell us who the politicians are that you're in touch with, who comes and speaks for you. She just was too worried that she was putting the people in her group at risk of some sort of federal plot. And by the way, we know how this came to be. This was not some line agents in Cincinnati who didn't understand the law. We had Senate Democrats writing letters to the IRS demanding that they take actions against the very groups that they did. We had the President of the United States out on the stump almost every day warning about shadowy groups that had been unleashed. We didn't know if they were operating illegally. Somebody ought to do something about it. And we had a very partisan IRS bureaucracy led by Lois Lerner who listened to all these things and did take specific, deliberate action to put these groups on ice.